Ian Guider. It's that time of the week when we look at the latest business and management book titles, and Alan Jordan, Sales Director of Bookbuzz, is with me in studio. Alan, good morning, and how are you?
Morning, Ian.
We're looking at the future of the digital world, the Unzipping the Digital World, How to Thrive and Survive by Ken Willits, and he's got fascinating statistics as to how we're all going to live in the future.
No, absolutely. And really the whole digital world, if you look at it, the fundamentals of the digital world are that it has the potential to deliver better services at lower costs and make possible things that were previously prohibitively expensive. So there's a huge market opportunity. Willits himself is an insider, so his organisation, TM Forum, represent over 1,000 companies that account for 90% of the world's communication to end users. And it's the pace of the change that is staggering, Ian. That's the thing that we have to look at.
Yes, some of the figures he throws out there were only 500 million cell phones in the world, or as the Americans call them, or smartphones to you and I these days. But now we have about half of the population have smartphones.
Well, they're saying by 2012 over 7 billion of the people will have smartphones. And if you look at the projections on to 2020, they reckon there's going to be 50 billion active wireless devices. Do you know what the book covers, Ian? We've done a lot of this in books like Flash Foresight, What Technology Wants, and also Porn for Bankers, which looked at the whole concept of, particularly in light of what happened with UB, is that imagine having an iBank. Imagine if you had Amazon, Google, or Apple take the space of banks now. And one of the interesting things it raises that, you know, in Kenya, in Africa, over 30% of its GDP is done over mobile phones. And the only thing that's holding it up here is the pipeworks aren't quite right. They can't agree on the standards. And that's some of the rapid change that we'll probably see in the next couple of years.
Yeah, he says the pace of change is accelerating.
Yeah, it is. And it's almost a little bit frightening. If you look at Facebook, it took nearly 6 years to reach a base of 10 million users. Twitter did it in 3. And Pinterest did it in less than a year. And if you look at Instagram, it took less than 2 years to reach 30 million users. In actual fact, the MD of Procter & Gamble, Robert McDonald, the prize they're looking for is that with digital technology, it's now possible to have a one-to-one relationship with every consumer in the world. And that's where everyone's going for.
Yeah, what will the future look like? Because he does have some good examples here.
Well, it's not really it's the future. If even just look at what's happened. Look at the bodies that have been littered in the digital landscape over the last 5 years. Remember Netscape, Excite, InfoSeek, Alta Vista, and then also how long is it going to take for Yahoo and AOL to maybe disappear? And also, not long ago, Microsoft had 90% share of the operating system market for interconnected devices. But with the rise of smartphones and tablets, that's falling fast. And some commentators project that it could be as low as 30%. The interesting thing for the future, though, is just it's like Skynet is coming.
What is that?
Yeah, it's machine-to-machine communications. Now, in fairness, it's old technology because machine-to-machine communications is the old fax. But if you look at the sensors that are, forget about the fridge in your cars, the whole area around medical or e-health. So you can imagine that people at home are going to be electronically monitored in relation to their medication, for diabetes, for heart control. So huge opportunities, huge change. This is a book for anybody in government, policymakers, but also for any businesses who are selling into the large communication companies.
Okay, Alan Jordan, Sales Director of Bookbuzz. We'll leave it there. The book is Unzipping the Digital World, How to Thrive and Survive by Keith Willits, not Ken Willits, as I had said earlier on. Thank you very much, Alan. Now, the European Central